Yeah, have you got a chance? Because got found out in Israel, and I just, again from our last discussion, I talked a little bit about it, and we talked. Is just it's not the first company that's the technology has come out of Israel, and there is a hunger for innovation that comes out of there. Of course, the U.S. Is right up there with it. Even Canada, a lot of our we featured a lot of innovative companies, of course, all over the world. But Israel just they have. I don't even know how to identify it. They just have an edge for developing the product. Have you got to talk to the founders of sort of even where that comes from and just that sort of that drive to develop these I mean, changing an entire industry, that's not a little thing to do. It's one thing to do it with technology, an algorithm, but to actually physically change an industry is a very challenging task.
It's a tremendous point, Jared. I'd been to Israel a few times prior to joining this company, but certainly have become much more familiar with the Israeli market and the people that inhabit the Israeli market, since joining. I candidly couldn't be more proud to be part of an Israeli company. The way that our employees handle themselves, the way that they attack problems, it's everything with a chip on their shoulder.
Mm,
It's the type of mentality that it's so hard to, build in someone, but seems ingrained,
mm,
throughout sort of like the Israeli workforce. They do have to go through military training, at the age of 18. And so there's a part of that, real world experience
yeah.
that a lot of people in the United States or Canada, don't necessarily have. You're put in that situation from a very young age, to defend your country. And fortunately or unfortunately, there are some military initiatives that do happen. I was actually in Israel during the most recent Gaza conflict,
Mm.
and it was an incredibly eye opening experience, and one that has made me so proud to be part of this company. It was, just tremendous to see that, people, show up for work every day. Life goes on, and that, there's nothing that will get in their way that will allow them to stop.
Yeah, that might be the key there is just that like we are not going to stop. And then yeah, I think that military, and I'm not advocating that Canada has mandatory military service or anything like that. It's a necessary thing there, and I understand that. But talking to people that have served in the military, including our own Canadian military, it just when they do something, it does give you an edge. I think because once you know how to do something structured, it's hard to undo that. And if you've got a little bit of drive in you, those things together give you a real edge just alone.
100%, and again, just the creativity with which they sort of like apply their determination, as sort of like an Israeli people
Mm.
is tremendous, and something that is eye opening every single day of the week, for me. So it's an extreme privilege to be part of an Israeli company, and couldn't be more proud.